there, partner.
Yeah.
What do you love?
4-piece for $1. Is that a thing?
4-piece what?
Nug? Mickey's?
4-piece nugs. It's we're live now.
What up?
If you're Eloise.
10-piece. Yeah, because I think at 10-piece is $250. I think that makes sense. 20-piece $5. Might be a little more expensive now. What were you saying? The deal they had?
I thought it was
McDonald's?
20. Is it $20 for 40 and 2 large fries?
That makes sense. Yeah, because then I think this is showing my fatness, but $50 will get you 2 Big Macs on top of those nuggies and large fries.
Really?
I think so. Yeah, or at least the place in where did we go? Discovery Bay.
Disco Bay, yeah.
Yeah. They had that sweet deal lined up.
Mickey D's fries are, is it?
Kev, could you take that down after a couple puffs? Could you take down the 40 nugs and 2 large fries?
Oh, dog, I don't know if I'd want to go down 40 nugs.
I've done 40 nugs in college, and it ruined my day. It was...
I could bet.
What
was your drink of choice going into the 40 nugs? I think there's a right choice if you're doing that.
Oh, I had a sweet tea.
Oh, god damn. I forgot you were sweet.
See?
Or the other day after we were playing basketball.
You told me about this.
Huh?
Said Boog told me about this. He said you got ice to the brim.
Well, there was a lot of ice, but I give him credit. It was a damn good sweet tea because I had gotten maybe 3 or 4.
Sometimes they're bad batches.
And they all were just flat. And then this one, I took the first 2 sips. I'm like, oh, we're back. This is what it was like when it was 17. When it was just
back when we're doing
who's dumping Suge. No one's gonna tell me to stop.
Back when we're doing a 2K seasons.
No doubt.
In the red lid days.
In the what?
Used to put the red lid on.
I was gonna say the
styrofoam
cup.
The styrofoam cup red lid. Yeah,
the styrofoam. Nothing's better than a styrofoam cup. Fuck the environment. I mean, give me styrofoam cups all day. Fuck
the environment.
Well, what you boys been up to? It's been quite some time since we last podcast. Everyone have a good Thanksgiving. We haven't really
great Thanksgiving
talked.
Isn't this great?
Isn't this great? Kev, did you go out Wednesday night? Did you end up making it to the bars?
No. I did not go out Wednesday night. Well, Wednesday, that was the...
Did you end up bowling? Is that the night you bowled? Do tell. I take us down.
I bowled.
No invites for the Trough crew.
that week.
Monday.
Because,
No invites.
But, no, dude, I was pumping. I put up... My high game was 258 on the night, and my lowest game was 174.
Were they calling you Kevy Belmonte by the time you were leaving?
Because me and my friend are pretty neck and neck. It's kind of like when we go kind of as anyone's night, it's pretty much who's going to get more strikes between us, kind of who's
he's probably my same skill level then, because you know I always
you would have you could definitely be in the mix for getting some good standings at the end. But yeah, me and him are usually about 20 pins apart and just kind of given day. But yeah, I think I pretty much won every game, but
lights out. And your high's at 299, right? I know we've told that story on here before, but god damn, is there anything more heartbreaking than a 299? What's up there with that feeling?
To be honest, at least in bowling, I would say a clean sheet, so where you don't have any open frames. So if you F that up in the 10th, if you F that up in the 10th, you're pissed because you already got 9. And so then it's also the 10th frame, so you don't get that extra ball either. So your score's just flat where it is. Right. So that's probably the next worst feeling. And I've been there a few times, and I think I had 2 clean sheets actually on Monday because that 258 game was. Yeah, I think I had 3 spares, and then the rest were strikes.
Would that equivalent you think be if you lipped out a hole in one?
I would say more honestly, a gimme putt, a gimme putt last hole to
for a course record.
The guy behind you, if you're in first to second, is only gonna get you a stroke or 2 behind. But since you messed that up, and now you got to do your little tap in, now the game's open, and now you.
No. I'm talking. I'm
69 to 70.
No, I'm talking. I'm talking. The 299, getting a 299, is that as if you lipped out a?
Oh yeah, I would definitely say so. Because if you get to see your hole in one, or the ability to see the ball get up into that, oh my god, yeah.
Speaking of hole in ones, shout out.
Nick Franz.
Nick Franz.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Legend.
Was that his first one?
Yep.
First of many.
Wow.
He's been putting in the rounds though, so it's like I feel like it was in due time. But Boog got the Snapchat of them. I was here and I was just listening to the Snapchat, and it's like him running up to the hole, and you can just hear him kind of huffing and puffing over the hole, and then it's sick though. And then the phone call after was just a lot of screaming. Boog took it on speaker to the back, and all you hear is
it was hyped.
Yeah, have you played with Nick recently?
The last time, he actually came up to where I was working, and we played 2 rounds up there.
Nice.
So that was the last time we played, and then we usually it's me and him versus our dads. So the last time,
is that pretty comparable?
Well, so they always have beaten us.
That's what I was gonna say.
And the first time we won was at Silver Creek, and it was basically like Nick won, like he carried us.
Do you guys do match play, or do you do like aggregate score?
It's like if I get a birdie, it's like best score, type shit. But it's like you hit your own ball type, but it was awesome. So the loser buys lunch, and then we went to the Garrett after, and John's like, let's take him to Seascape and watch him hit it all over the place. We go to Seascape, and it's over by the 15th hole. We won.
Shut up. Oh,
we
wow.
were going nuts. It was amazing.
Oh, that's fucking nice. Very few things in life are better than beating your dad in something. You know what I mean? Like, it comes a time where it's like, I feel like 13, 14 years old, you start to get, like, not man strength, but you, like, start to grow into your body, and you're like, okay, like, I can start to take him and stuff. I remember my dad, I mean, not as mobile back in the day as he is now, I will say, but I remember beating him in basketball for the first time, just like not even like playing hard, just like shooting, and he was distraught to say the least. But goddamn, you have any times you beat old TS in horse or anything like that? I remember saying his horse shot was always the one-handed pull up on the back of the rim and then throw it.
I don't know, horse.
I think the best one's Silverado.
What?
Silverado theme song.
Yeah, but that's not has to do with.
Oh no, but I love it.
That was like a forever classic.
Oh, I would play the Silverado theme song like for what?
No, because remember you were like, I think that's the Silverado.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. No, it was the song, right?
Yeah.
So no, because we're for trivia stuff. Like he and I'd go back and forth, and then I'm like, "Oh, this is the theme song for Silverado." My dad's like, "No, that's not it. It's not it." I'm like, "No, it is. It really is." He's like, "No, it's not it." Then we played it. We found out we're like, "Yeah, fuck you." But then whenever like he'd get pissed off at us or like yell at us or something, I'd put on the Silverado song. Yeah, and he's
that's so good.
It was, yeah.
Holy shit. Yeah, that's as good as it gets. That's a win over the dad, especially because you have it in the back pocket at all times. You'll forever be able to play that and get a.
Or when I do a nonito donaire when
holy shit! When he was pissed and you would do that, would be the funniest thing. It was like an instant reaction. Nonito donaire. God, all you guys. I mean, I think I might have only been over here for like 2 dinners ever where Boog didn't get sent away from the table just a fucking tossed out old school fucking umpire style.
I would love to see those too. You guys just getting tossed from events. I'm like, this is unbelievable.
And I'm supposed to eat my food just regularly after Boog getting rung up. Like, so fucking
good.
funny. But yeah, Boog, you moved away from Dr. Pepper. I mean, I thought we covered it on here, maybe not.
I think we did.
You've gone to the dark side, a little Coke, throw your C's up. Let's go. Now, what made you make the change? Just DP not doing it?
So
Pib Extra still got your heart, or
Pib Extra?
Pib Extra still has the heart at certain places, Chipotle, Garrett type places, but honestly, quality. For some reason, the bottles weren't tasting good than the cans. And then,
wow.
Honestly, it's everywhere now.
We say it a lot. It's Sleepy Joe America, Kev. I'm telling you, the shit goes down.
Speaking of that, I went to Burger King the other day. A #1 Whopper, medium fry, medium drink, and an 8-piece ghost pepper chicken fry. $19.59.
That is crazy. That's like Mojo Burger fucking money.
That is like Mojo Burger.
The Moj. Talk about price gouging. Fuck.
Moj was charging $3 for like a cup
Ranch.
half that size of soda. I was like, this is...
And 60 cents for a refill.
Go to Zanotto's and get more than that.
Zanotto's is...
Zanotto's was... I went there the other day. Shit.
You gotta get the... they'll load up the Italiano, but... Anything else, like I got a tri-tip one time, and it was like 2 slivers of meat.
That was the salami I got the other day.
Okay,
that's no good. What did you do Wednesday, Boog? Your Wednesday Thanksgiving.
Wednesday Thanksgiving, I played in the alumni game.
Oh, how'd that go? Any?
I went okay. Had a lot of guys. Had a rough start. I think that kind of set us back for.
And you were on that starting lineup?
I was in the starting lineup.
And how many points did you guys score?
We had 0 points by the time we got out. Yeah.
That's tough.
It was not good, but fellow Trough mate Josh, I assisted him on his only 3 of the night, and another sick
If Josh is pulling threes,
full court Lonzo pass.
Really, just a one-handed fucking huck.
Manziel Lonzo.
And you guys ended up losing, right? Yeah, it's tough. It's always tough to play open gym against a team that's running plays too. It's like 5.
I was telling Derek, the alumni back in the day knew what was being ran.
It was crazy. Yeah, exactly. Carolina, Little Red. That's bad when you guys are still jumping passes 4 years later. But shit, made us play better. Tej, what did you do? You didn't go out Wednesday night. You went out Tuesday night.
We got pretty banged up Tuesday night. So I made the exact decision to not do Wednesday.
And I heard
I didn't miss much. Well, we were at Goose Town on Tuesday.
Yeah, exactly.
So got pretty banged up, and then Thursday or Thanksgiving went over to your place for a little bit, had some drinks. But I knew because Friday there's a lot of drinking this weekend. A lot of drinking last night, and then I forgot where I went.
No merch for Goose.
No merch. Shout out X.
Shout out Todd. I gotta add, man. You said a lot of drinking. I heard a little breakdown. Something with Uber. Did we have a clash?
Oh,
with
God.
Uber?
Let's hear it.
What was going on there? Heard some.
Pieces. Kev.
But
did Ryan tell you that?
He told me a little bit about it, but I'm assuming you're driving because you're drinking. So yeah, what was going on? Merry Ballsmas from our friends over at Manscaped. The holidays are approaching, but what if I told you that the celebrations are starting early this year? It turns out the perfect gift does exist, and who else to bring it down your chimney than the leaders in the below-the-waist grooming? Keep calm and let your balls jingle this season with Manscaped brand new Performance Package 5.0 Ultra. Featuring the new Lawnmower 5.0, watch all your wishes and mistletoe kisses come true. Look nice when you're going naughty by going to manscaped.com and use the code TROUGH for 20% off plus free shipping. Unwrap the gift of smoothness this season with Manscaped.
When I first opened up the Lawnmower 5.0, I'll be honest, I was skeptical. I liked the 4.0, but once I got the 5.0 and started shaving downstairs, my balls had never felt that smooth. Like we said before, it truly is a ballsmas down there. Confidence with the ladies, and yeah, we're just loving it. Jim?
Manscaped's Performance Package 5.0 Ultra is the ultimate bundle for the man who deserves it all. Included in this special sack is the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra, the Weed Whacker 2.0 ear and nose trimmer. Grand. Love those. Manscaped's liquid formulations and 2 free gifts. Starting with Santa's #1 helper, we have the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra. This 5th generation trimmer features 2 next-gen blade heads, a standard trimmer blade for taking a little off the top, and a new foil blade to go for that smooth finish wherever your heart desires. I see Boog's purple typing thing, and it scares me. The Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra body trimmer, and the Weed Whacker 2.0 nose and ear hair trimmer feature proprietary advanced skin-safe technology to protect your delicate presence. Plus, both are waterproof, so there's no issue clearing the snow out of your driveway. Now that you've groomed the candy cane, it's time to make sure you don't smell like a reindeer with the Crop Smoother Aftershave lotion and Crop Preserver anti-shave ball deodorant. Once they touch your sack, you'll never go back. The gift of Manscaped doesn't stop there. This bundle comes with 2 free gifts. Manscaped's Boxers 2.0 premium underwear. I think I got them on now.
Show them.
I do. Hey! And the Shed 2.0 toiletry bag, which I took to LA this past weekend. Once you're done shaping up, it's only right you put your pants presents in the best wrapping of all, the Boxers 2.0. These are seriously the best boxers I've ever worn. I got them on now.
Get 20% off and free shipping with code Trough at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com and use code Trough. Manscaped, get your jingle balls ready for the holidays.
Jingle balls. We, where, I'm trying to think, it was Friday. Where were we coming from?
It was something with a 2-stop.
No, what did I do? Yeah, what did I do Friday?
This is the Friday before Thanksgiving or Friday after?
Friday after Thanksgiving. So anyway, we're at a winery or somewhere. Britt and I were going to her place to pick up a bag and the dog and her dog, and then we're going to go to my place. And it's probably like 10 o'clock at night, and we're Ubering. I tell the guy, I'm like, hey, I put in 2 stops. At the first stop, she's going to go run up and get some stuff. And then we're just gonna we'll go from there.
Right.
It's like, okay.
Pretty simple.
Pretty standard, yeah. Oh, we're coming from Las Gatas. I think that's where we're at. Anyway.
Testarossa?
No, it was Loma, and then we went to Goose. I'm remembering it correctly. So anyway, and nationality of the dude, Indian, of the driver.
Here we go.
We made it 13 minutes before Todd brought it up.
So we get to her place. She gets out. And the place is it's like right by Almaden Expressway, off of Bryan. So it's right by your dad's. So that Bryan thing, it's kind of busy. And it's cars speed up. So he starts going, and I'm thinking, oh, he's going off like at a better like parking spot so that he can't get sideswiped because we're kind of close to.
Right. Is this after she'd gotten out?
Yeah. Okay. So he's going, and then he gets on the Almaden Expressway, and I'm like, whoa. I'm like, hey, like we're supposed to be waiting. We're waiting, man. And he's like, no. I'm like, no, I put it in 2 stops, but I said we're going to wait. And he's like, no. So I'm arguing I'm yelling at this guy. I'm like, turn around. He's like, no, you put it in, turn around. We get all the way down to Dollar Tree or the old Walgreens. Yeah. And I'm like, get me the fuck out of the car. Stop the car. Get me the fuck out of the car now. And he's like, he pulls over, he's like, whatever. And I take the car, or I take the door. And I was like, thanks a lot, man. I just fucking slammed the shit out of it. And he rolled over like, fuck you. I can't believe you did like all this shit. And I'm like, hey, thanks. Keep driving Uber, man. Honestly, thanks. Really appreciate it. Thanks. Yes. Keep driving fucking Uber, asshole. I was so pissed off. And then I had to I'm like walking back. And then finally I called Britt. I'm like, can you just order one? I got to the Dunkin'. I know. Yeah. I'm fucking done. And then, of course, after we got another Uber, and I was so pissed that I went to the driver. I'm like, let me ask you this. And I told the whole story, and he's like, yeah, I would have waited. I'm like, yeah, I know. Yeah, you would have. That guy was a piece of fucking shit. I was so pissed.
Oh, my God.
Late night Ubers, man.
Yeah. I told Ryan because the guy's yelling at me, and I was going like, "You're getting 0 stars, 0. Like,
did you end up doing a review for the guy?
No, because then I closed out the app, and then I just went to we just went home and went to bed, and then when I opened up Uber the next day, it said that they sent is everything okay? You got out of the car. Unexpectedly or whatever. And then I need to go back because I was going to be a dick and either email or something. Like, this guy's an absolute asshole, but I didn't making a review. But yeah, thanks for bringing that up.
There's nothing
so
fucking
pissed.
worse.
Yeah, man.
Honestly won't take Uber unless I absolutely have to. That's on a percentage of the reason I don't drink is so I can drive and don't have to put my hands in the life of hands of those idiots.
I've had probably the last, because I use it every weekend when we drink, but and not to say, I don't want to sound racist or anything, but the people who drive like sometimes have the worst fucking body odor.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, dude. And then sometimes they're like people. I've had instances where people are like eating, and it's like, dude, yeah, this is really bad. Or like I can tell they had just eaten in there, and I'm like, this is really fucking bad.
And at least in like New York in a cab, like you're kind of expecting. You know what I mean? Like it's to be expected. But when you're getting in someone's personal car, you expect it to be a little more cleanly, a little more. I don't know, but I mean. Couldn't tell you how many we had. I'm not going to say who it is. This kid in high school who would never wear deodorant, and his family is from a Eastern Bloc country, so a white kid, but it just never nailed it. Never wore deodorant, and my dad would like once a year have to have like the conversation like. This is like we're growing men now, like, and he like obviously didn't say it to the guy. It's like a whole team speech, so it's like the guy's not getting singled out. It's like we have to put on deodorant. Like we smell bad. All this stuff. Like let's figure it out. And like one time, one of our close friends, an assailant of mine, snuck a little $sized travel deodorant in his bag when he wasn't looking through it in his batting helmet, and I was like, oh my god, so bad, so bad. But yeah, there's nothing worse than like that BO smell. It's just, and you're trapped. You're like, can't say anything.
No, I know.
You're a dickhead.
Yeah.
But then you can come on a podcast.
No, I had another Uber experience happen just like a couple months ago. I was Ubering to watch Thursday Night Football, and the guy's like throws his blinker and he's like, "Do you mind if I stop real quick?" And I'm like,
"Game's on."
No, I know. I was like, "What do you need?" And he's like, I just saw gas is really cheap right there. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, okay, yeah, I guess you can do the extra 3 minutes to fucking fill up half your tank. Does that
mark up your time with Uber?
I have no idea. I don't know if he pauses it. It's a set thing, right? Yeah. No,
so bad though.
Perfect tip.
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't get one. None of my Uber drivers get tips.
One of the only times I've been in an Uber, I was in Indiana, coaching summer ball.
How is an Indiana Uber?
I don't know. It was actually, dangerous. But I got up in the front, and it was it wasn't my name. It was like I had two other guys with me in the back.
Were they banged up?
We were all a little banged up.
Yeah, all right.
Few wins in a row, and we were staying in Indiana for the night, and but yeah, no, got in there and started. I was like I said, I was a little drunk, so I just started chatting up the driver. Found out 2 minutes into the drive, he's from Modesto.
Oh wow!
Unbelievable!
Wow.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it made that experience crazy, but yeah, no, that was shit. We were going to an Indiana strip club post win.
Oh yeah,
dude, it was.
Did you tell them
now let's talk about this. Now let's talk about the strip club.
Dude, so it's like we're pulling up and get there, and so it's not out in the middle of nowhere. Like we're in like not really up like towards like a plaza, but like.
Please tell me majority of the dancers are African American. Because I'm picturing that right now.
A lot of white girls. But yeah, dude. So we get out. I mean, like I said, like we weren't anticipating staying the night, which made like all of this kind of like we were much more hyped up.
And now is the whole team staying the night, and you guys just decided to peel off and go get drunk?
They're all set.
Right, okay.
Yeah. So like,
you're coaching?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I think.
Yeah. Summer ball.
I was trying to put two and two together.
Wait, were you with your players?
No. Us three.
Would have been awesome. Coach Cali's the best.
Dude,
you bought me a dance.
Yeah, dude. I was in the clubhouse where I was going with the guys like pregame subways. Like we were. Yeah, it was. I mean, I was only like 23. I mean, we had guys on our team that were like 21, 22. But no. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to the Indiana strip club. Guys from Modesto. We're feeling great, hopping out of this car, and I got a little bit of cash, but I had a 32-ounce fucking. I think it was a Bud Light or something, and I didn't have a lot of the post-game spread after the game. I downed this bitch in like 5 minutes, dude. I was hammered right there. Yes. Hammered right there. Like, I'm getting into the Uber already just kind of loosey-goosey. But, so, yeah, we roll into the strip club. 2 big boys in front of me. You know, I'm kind of just their little running back as they lead through. They split the seat, and they want me to get all the dances. They're like egging me on. I'm like, I don't know about all this. But anyway, some freaking D lineman for the goddamn Dolphins sits on me as we're sitting down, and I'm going nuts. The coaches are going nuts. Like, they're like, you gotta put something in her pants, and I'm like, what? And
put your face in.
All right. Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, things were already happening. They were talking about money, and so I'm like, all right, shit. And then like I just put out. And they're like, did you just give her $20? And I'm like, you guys told me to give money. I only got 20s, dude. Like, what? I had nothing else.
20s, that is
only had 20s. But yeah, dude, I remember went back for a couple dances after like 2 or 3, and they just knew that it was just getting like worse and worse. And then they're like, all right, we don't have to put you through the misery. We were probably only in there for like a little over an hour, but man, it was a crazy night. I mean, it really wasn't terribly expensive, to be honest, out in Indiana, but...
I was going to say, you put $20 in Chevrolet's bra. She's coming back.
Chevrolet. Were the dancers hot or no, besides the linemen?
Didn't really have too many. Nothing.
Because usually if you pay $40, you can have some grabs if you want. You know?
Yeah, I mean, nothing that was at least put my way, because the coaches were picking them out for me, so they were just kind of bottom feeding me, to be honest.
Oh, that's bad.
No, but it was crazy. And we ended up getting the same dude to bring us back home.
Oh,
I feel like not a lot of guys driving Uber in Indiana.
I know.
Yeah, did he ask how it went?
Oh, yeah. No, we had a full-on convo when we went back and everything. But, yeah, no, it was, like I said, I could probably...
That has to be the most, like, if you're just a single dude and getting an Uber back from a strip club, that's a weird conversation with the Uber driver and the one guy. You're just like, how was it?
How long you been driving Uber? Yeah, I mean, there's nothing. I ask that every time. I always tell myself, don't ask. And then you sit down and it gets quiet for like 2 minutes. How long you been doing this? Far too long. Me and Joe were in Austin for F1. This was 3 years ago. And on our way back from the track, we had a Uber driver that like had his thing up, not the lights and everything, but like the whole Uber drive back was like a cash cab ride back. And so it was like a trivia all the way back, which was super fun. And we got to the parking lot, and it was like the final question. He's like, if you guys get this right, I'll decline the Uber ride and it'll be free of charge. And we're like, no fucking way.
Wow.
And the last question was, who is the host of Cash Cab? And I was like, Ben, and I couldn't get Ben Bailey out. And we sat there, and he's like, no, I can't give it to you, Ben Bailey. I was like, fuck me. Charges for the ride. But yeah, sometimes Ubers can be fun.
Yeah.
I got in a nice little road rage. It wasn't even, literally not even me. Like, this one was this fucking crazy dude. And you know me, I'll admit I'll cop to a road rage. But it was the day before Thanksgiving, which I got off work. Wasn't supposed to have it off work, and my boss was like, why don't you take the day? Like, it's going to be light. I said, yeah, don't ask me twice. But anyways, I'm driving, and there's this dude in this beat-up old silver truck, and it's on the where am I getting off? I'm going from 87 to 280, so it's that weird turnoff. There's like 2 lanes, and it merges into one.
Yeah.
So I'm in the left lane, and I'm going 65, and it's a 45-mile-an-hour turn. So like I'm cooking through it, and this guy comes up going like 80, and but he's far enough behind me to where or no, he's probably going faster than that because he was catching up. So he's like catching on my ass, and like right at the merge, he like tries to go around me, but like runs out of room, and like goes up on the median, and then like again runs out of room. So finally brakes, and then gets in front of me and brake checks the absolute shit. Like literally stomps on his brakes, and it like forced me to stomp on my brakes and like crank the wheel and like swerve and like gain control back. It was the sketchiest thing. I was then I start mouthing off. I was like, fuck you. And then the guy's like, pull over then.
No way.
And so I like put my blinker on like I'm getting off. And then he gets off, and I just fucking keep flying. Like, fuck you, pussy. I'm not getting over. Eat my ass. But I was literally like did nothing. Like, and like I said, I I'll cop to a road rage. That's my fault, but pretty bad. Yeah, scheme.
Should have shot him.
Should have shot him. That's why I have the guns and you don't, Attorney Eugene. Boys, we NBA. A little off topic, but our boy Josh Giddy.
Oh, he's on my fantasy team.
Not calling him
He's
our
a keeper
boy.
in my dynasty.
Is he actually?
Yes.
Oh shit, that's not good. Yeah, definitely not our boy, and definitely gonna be in some hot water. It played though. Just playing,
I know. I started him. Yeah,
playing through it like nothing. Has no care in the world.
Apparently, was it you? Someone was saying that the age in Oklahoma is 16. Was it you, or you fucking around?
Oh, that's what Dennis looked it up.
Oh, Dennis Wood, that fucking.
What is that age of consent?
Yeah, and I'm sure it's.
It's like Nevada, Oklahoma, like a bunch of states. It's 16.
I thought Nevada just recently raised. Either way, I mean, Nevada it's like let's.
But like some states are, if like you're a certain age and then she's. Like, you guys were together before. Yeah.
Right. And I feel like you can make that argument. Like, I've seen some weird couples, some weird senior freshman couples at Willow Glen where it's like an 18 and like a just turned 15-year-old. And we're like, okay, let's pump the brakes here. This is a little much.
Main man Derek Bowerly said you guys attend school together.
Derek Bowerly, I don't think that holds up in court. Unfortunately, the grass on the field play ball argument is only good with your boys and not in the court of law. But it is crazy because it's like, I mean, even if it is 16 in Oklahoma, it's like he could pretty much have
and he's
maybe
21.
Not any chick he wants. Yeah.
So and then she was 17. Like so, if they were if it was 16, 20, it's good.
I still don't think that's good. That's still so sketchy.
What do you mean that's good?
4-year rule. Remember we were talking. Weren't you here with Dennis? We're talking about it.
I think I left before you guys were talking about the 4-year rule. What the fuck?
No, he was like looking it up.
Free transfer. No, I mean I believe it. We've had this conversation because Reno, I think, like you said, is like weirdly young too, and so like. Someone's family would always come visit, and then the joke would always be like, "Oh, so and so's sister, like
she's 16."
On the table. Yeah, exactly.
She just got her license. Yeah.
If you can, that's a bad rule. If you can drive to Reno, you're legal. That's bad. No, but I feel like that's like he's not the only guy as of late. There's been more and more guys getting tripped up with, and not just superstar or not just like athletes, but like Chris D'Elia, same thing. It's like there's some predatory ass behavior.
He was like
the Schaub clip where
that dude's like old though. Giddy's 21.
No, for sure. But still, I mean, the clip where Chris D'Elia's on Fighter and the Kid, and like one of them, I think Shaw brings up how you can save Snapchats, and his face is like they're like talking. He's like, you can save Snapchats? like immediately freaking out, and then like 2 weeks later, everything comes to light. It's like what a fucking idiot, but it's shit. I mean, so fucking funny.
So good.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be dumb to not think someone can have another phone. I mean, that was always the trick we would. I mean, I shouldn't say trick, but like if you're trying to like have someone not know you took a screenshot, you just say, "Hey, take a photo of this." And
of this nude.
I was never in the. If we had a couple friends that like had them like that's all they were trying to get, and I was like, I don't get.
Wow.
Take the phone away, but I just never understood. I was like, I mean, the real thing always seems to be better. I don't know, but Meek, that's a classic. And now that chick's posting her ass for free on Instagram,
on OnlyFans.
Literally everything. So bad, but. Yeah, Meek. That was we were all here. That was like
I formatted a text, right?
Yeah. Christine watching the kids. Boog's doing his project on Pluto.
Oh my god.
We're all unsupervised. Yeah, literally. Tay in the 6-man show. I'll never forget. That was like the epitome of cool. You couldn't get cooler than the 6-man shirt. Fucking hell, that is so good. On the Razors. and we all got our phones taken away shortly after.
Wait, you guys got them taken away?
Not for that, but I think it put the parents on watch, and so they were like, "Oh, they're using these way too much." But I honestly, I never even used, like, I had a razor, and like I never used, like, I didn't have anyone to text. Not until like, I think I was in probably fifth grade then. But yeah, there was no need for a phone until I got my first NV Touch, and then it was fucking game over. Wow. I was fucking pumping away text on that thing. Yeah, no, good times. I found a picture of me from, it was like 12 years ago or something like that. No, it had been longer. I don't know. On Facebook, and it was me taking a picture with an old flip phone, and it looks so fucking weird. It's like, it's a trip to see. I don't know. What else? You guys buy anything Black Friday? Go Black Friday shopping?
I did. Ooh. I actually bought a tree that I think Kev saw. You saw that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Bought a tree, and then I finally took the plunge, and I bought a record player.
Ooh.
And I tried to make it work yesterday, and it didn't work, so I'm trying to figure out how to put it together.
Did you have to, like, put it together
Yeah,
yourself?
you have to, like, put a strap thing and, like...
So it's like a legit...
LC might have seen that.
No, yeah. I was going to tell Ryan to show her. But, yeah, no, so I got that, but I went to Target. It wasn't that, like, crowded. There's no lines or anything.
Nothing. Before we get too far off, what's the first record you're gonna throw on? It's got to be the Eagles, Hotel California.
I do have that record. I've been in the country right now, so I bought a Stapleton Traveler record. I have Elton's Greatest Hits. I took that John Mellencamp one.
Are you buying all these, or are these like your parents?
So I had some of them are my mom's. Joe got me the Hotel California one. And then I bought That Smell. I wrote they had so the Leonard Skinner. I saw that in slow, and I had to buy it. So I maybe I'll play That Smell.
That's a fucking a heater for the first one. I went out Black Friday, and I went to Bass Pro, and like 2 years ago, Bass Pro was like fucking great, like shoulder to shoulder.
Oh, really?
Or it might have been 3 years ago, whatever, the last year before the pandemic or whatever. But it was like you couldn't move around. Thanks, Joe. And so I walk in there, and there's a news crew like trying to like get people to like do the interview for the morning, like.
Did you do it?
So they like didn't come up to me, but I immediately saw him, and the guy like makes eye contact with me, and he like looked like he was about to say something. I just fucking beeline the other. I was like, I don't need to be on the fucking
dog.
Yeah, we're gonna get a plug.
Man,
wow, that would have been. I didn't even think about that. But yeah, there was like no one there. Nothing good there. It was.
Was it what network? ABC7, KTVU.
I don't know who it was.
It might have been Salinas, Monterey. Jake Flores.
Jacob. Jacob, please. But yeah, no, I was like, I'm not gonna go in there. But it was nothing going on.
Wait, did you get anything?
No, got nothing. Walked out empty-handed. It's not often I walk out of Bass Pro empty-handed.
They actually had I didn't do it because it was only $100, or it was $100. But X sent it to me. I almost bought my first firearm.
Oh, this is a 22 pistol, the 22 revolver. I saw they had.
It looked like, and I was gonna get some ivory stuff to put on it. It's gonna look sick.
I love that.
Then when we go to Arkansas, I can carry it.
Yeah, dude. A lot of places are starting to be like fucking open carry. Anyone, everyone. Yeah, actually, for some reason, I think it is.
I'll definitely be carrying.
Oh my God.
Upon your move out there. I love that. Let's go, Boog. Yeah, no, I didn't buy anything Black Friday, but Saturday I went out hunting, and I'm rolling with a boat from 1941. It's literally World War II era fucking John boat. And I like the guy who sold it to me up in Fresno, which was a shit show. I don't know if I told it on here, but we went to this guy's house, and he's like, pull around back, and he's got cowboy boots that are so worn that they're like sagged around his ankles, like they're not, and they're like
Just be a crackhead.
Literally missing teeth. Like it was crazy. And he's like, come around back. Like, well, and he's like 20 something. And he's like, pull around the alley. And I'm like, oh fuck. Like this is where I get, this is end of watch,
exactly.
right?
Yeah.
Like, this is a setup. So I'm like, fuck it. And I have John with me. And so like we go around the alley and we like pull in and we get out of the car and all of a sudden his dog starts running towards us, like, fucking pit bull chained up.
Oh,
and he's like, hey, and like the dog calms down right away, whatever. Sells me the boat, but he gives me this motor with it, which was like top of the line in like probably the 80s. So it's not like super old, but it's old. It's like 40 years old at this point. And just like everything about it's old school. It doesn't have like alligator clips to like clip on the battery. And so, like, I have to do everything by hand. And the last few times I was going out there, it was getting, like, super hot. And it burnt the shit out of my, like, blistered my thumb. And so, it's like, all right, time to, like, maybe start getting a new one. But I was like, fuck it. Saturday, went out with it one more time. And I start smelling burning rubber. Like, 10 minutes into, like, the boat ride, I start smelling, like, burning rubber, like, bad. And I'm like, oh, shit, what's going on? And I, like, look around, and I can see, like, the things kind of, like, melting down. So I unclip them, fucking throw them in the water, and so they're like sizzling. They were bad. It was bad. Then I have to row back. Absolutely ruined my hunt day. Yeah. And so I had to go. I ended up going to buy back to Bass Pro, bought a motor, and my motor was twice as expensive as my boat is now.
So
pretty nice.
Question: because you're hunting duck, right?
Yes, sir, and geese.
So you're shooting them, and then you're just tracking them where they're going to fall? And if it's in the water, they sink, or what's the...
No, they float. We got a floater like Starsky and Hutch. They float pretty good. And it's like you're not shooting them... Like, the farthest range out is like 60 yards. So it's like you're seeing everything. Like, everything's dropping pretty much in front of you. But... I shot one. I felt so bad. I shouldn't even tell this. I shot one, and... I mean, they call it a sitting duck for a reason, right? It's like they're just right there. It's so hard to miss. The only problem is that
you're allowed to shoot them on the water.
Oh fuck yeah! And most guys will say something or like throw something, get them flying, and then shoot them. But I'm like, they're fucking sitting right. I'm shooting it off the water. I don't give a fuck. And so there's this duck. The problem is when they're on the water, their wings are like covering their vital organs, so you have to hit them in the head in order for it to kill the duck, or else you'll just wound them. So I shoot this duck, and it gets injured, and it starts to fly away. Oh. And I'm like, fuck. And so I take another shot, and it goes down. And I'm like, oh, okay, like, it's dead. Like,
it's drowning.
Yeah, pretty much. So like, I go up.
Take the oar and just...
Well, I go up and it's still alive. And I'm like, god damn it. And it's like, it's in a place where there's rocks right behind it, so I can't shoot at it because it's like Ricochet City.
Oh my god.
Shit's coming right back at me. And I'm like, what do I do? And like, hunting's fun, but these moments fucking blow dick where you're like you don't kill the thing right away, and you're like, this thing's definitely just in misery right now. And I'm like, god damn it. So
you put its head in the water?
I do exactly. I do what Boog was saying. I take the oar and I fucking call me Toddy Bonds. And I fucking took a swipe at this thing, and it again did not die. And then I wrung its neck and it died. But it was pretty bad. It happens like once maybe a season, and it's like I don't know what it is. They just don't want to.
Yeah. He's a fighter.
Don't want to. Yeah, it's bad. I've had some that like we had this one duck where it was like its nerve response was like still kicking for like 20 minutes after it had been shot, killed, and like it was still moving. So like we slit its neck, and it was like pretty much off, and it's like bleeding out, and the rest of it's like it's still like flapping. And I'm like, it's like, holy shit! It makes you not want to hunt. Honestly,
yeah, it doesn't sound very.
It's not fun at all.
Are you gonna do deer at all? Or I almost killed one today on the course. Dad said we almost had venison for lunch.
You almost killed the deer, and you almost killed Tucker and Cole. Is what you almost did. So my uncle just lent me out a nice lever action 30-30, nice deer, or a nice gun for deer. But he he wants to put in for like our whole family put in next year, so our odds are super good. And then just I got to burp. And do a deer camp with the Morgan family, which would be fun. I mean, something new. I mean, we all enjoy camping, I guess. Most of us do. But, yeah, deer would be fucking sweet.
You got to buy a big Yeti cooler for that. You get one.
Yeah. Honestly, the deer, though, it's like, I feel like you can almost fuck the Yeti cooler. I'm not paying it. Like, pack it all out in one trip, throw it on someone's back, especially if there's a bunch of us. We'd be good to go. Yeah. Speaking of golf, though, we did go play a little golf today. Had the boys out. Todd Sr., my dad, Mikey, myself, you two, and then Cole and Tuck Bake. I mean, what a crew that was. And fun one. What did Boog? What'd you end up shooting?
92.
Under 100. Todd?
62.
Course record at Santa Teresa.
62 plus 42, so 104.
Not bad. That's a good day out there. I think I shot a 90. Yeah, we didn't even tally up the group scores. TS had to leave early. Fucking.
I had a 48 on the front.
That's pretty good. And you had a bird.
Then I fell apart. Did I have a bird? Legit bird.
Yeah, no birds on mine. No circles on my scorecard today, but few pars. We'll take that all day, every day. Todd, you said the hot dog.
Yeah, I was about to say I was a little
didn't sit well at the turn.
A little banged up at the turn. Had a Megan and I both got the jumbo dogs, and they were like, wasn't expecting. They were like some thick Dodger dogs. They were huge. Yeah, and then I ate it, and 2 holes later, I looked at it, I'm like, I don't feel good. This is not good. I also pounded some Cheez-Its. But, yeah, it was a good day. It was a good day on the links. I did almost kill Tuck and Cole. I'm surprised they didn't, that didn't break it or anything. They didn't leave a mark.
Well, it says a windshield or?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you not see that?
I heard it.
Mike and Mikey were dying laughing because I literally... It went the exact same place. That was my second one. That was the first one. No, the first one went, and then Mike was like, "Take another one," and literally the exact same place as they're pulling up.
It says right on the screen, "These are not protected balls." Yeah, but so we're finishing or we're putting on one hole, and the other tee box is elevated. And it's like, right, if you're on the elevated tee box where he was, it's like the other tee box is right to the right. So Cole and Tuck are pulling up in a cart. And Mikey's like, hey, watch out, Todd's going. So I take a couple steps forward. And I was clear, way out of line of the ball. And then, not you guys' old podcast, out of line. But Tucker and Cole are driving up, and all of a sudden, Todd swings, and they don't even stop. They're driving, and they're just just sit there and wear it and just hear, and just fucking drilled it. But got him a nice lie. Better lie than he would have had.
It was, what hole was it? Hole 4, which had all the deer on the fairway? Yeah. All they're just the deer family just laying there, or I don't know if it's laying, sitting there.
Yeah.
And I hit a low liner, and it tailed off to the left, but if I would have hit it into that thing, it probably would have killed the one if it hit the head. And yeah, your dad was like, Jimmy has a knife, you can gut that here and take it, put it in the cart and take it home.
That would have been awesome. Free deer. Yeah, I wonder, I don't know what the ruling
I don't know how
California is, because I know some states where it's roadkill or anything, it's you just have to call fish and game. What are their initials? Fish and game?
Fact.
Oh. That's what they are. Classic.
Wow, I walked right into that one.
Yeah. But yeah, you can call them and they'll just be like, yep, sounds good. They just take note of it and then fucking it's yours.
So you technically hit a deer on the road?
Yeah, I don't know what California, but
we had an accident at Santa Teresa Golf Course. So.
Yeah. There'd be a lot of accidents on Santa Teresa Golf Course. I'd find.
Did you ever hear that story when Matt and Dylan hit a deer on 17? And so I was a yearbook editor senior year, and
editor in chief.
There's at the beginning of the yearbook you do a summer pictures, what we did during the summer. and Matt, they have a picture. They're like lifting up this dead deer.
I never saw that.
Yeah, and
holy shit!
I think it's in the yearbook. Cause I was like, Cassetti, look at this. He's like, you cannot put that in there. I'm like,
you snuck a small
no. It's stuck in his little one. They're like lifting it up. It's so funny.
That shit'll fuck up a car though.
No, I know.
Those things are bigger than do more damage than they seem like.
So funny.
Yeah, 17. I was driving over 17 one time. You know how like you'll always see cars like pulled off, like overheating, like smoking. We're driving 17 in like the heat of summer one time, and we see Vicky Gomez sitting in the convertible car, like smoking, and we're just keep on rolling.
Put your head down and keep moving, baby.
We didn't see anything. We saw nothing. But yeah, I forget what we were even talking about.
Oh, if you killed the deer on a course.
Oh yeah. I mean, I would invent a fucking golf ball launching gun, and I would be killing deer left and right, and be like, I don't know how it keeps happening. But yeah, no, hunting's fun though. It's not for everybody, but
I don't think I could take a life, Kev. I don't think I could do it.
No, I think you could.
I don't know. Maybe I have to get on a different kind of hunt, because I mean that a duck hunt that's different than a lot of
duck hunt's the easiest hunt to do, and you don't. I promise you don't feel as bad. And this story's not as bad as I made it sound. I made it sound horrible, but you don't feel. I mean, they're birds,
but like but deer hunting, like you rarely get a deer, right?
It's like the odds aren't super great. It depends where you go to. Like there's different units, so it's like you only have a permit within a certain parameter, and some are much better than others. And it's like your odds are way better if you're using a gun, but you can get a better crossbow, tag. Right? Or like if you're using a bow, it's like a different. Like they usually open it with bow season, so it's like you have a better chance of seeing deer, but like you're using a bow, so like your likelihood of killing one's. I don't know. They have it pretty well set up to where.
Yeah, I mean, there's certain seasons, where you can go out and you can go out with your gun.
Yeah.
And then.
Is it big out?
Oh yeah. So this is basically Missouri. Yeah, I'd go out with them. I never shot. I just would wear an orange vest and just be along for the ride.
Oh, that would freak me out too.
But no, so like you got gun, and so you're gonna regulate your bullets. So that's a bigger thing that they're gonna look for. So that's also what you would have to like register in. Mm-hmm. But then you can go out with your arrow or your bow, and these guys have some bows, dude. Yeah. I mean, these fucking blade tips and how sharp they can get, and how back they can go, and how fast they get. It's like arrow.
Did you see any deers go down?
No, I got close to one. Like I never even got a shot off. I only went like 2 or 3, 4 times, and got like 1 or 2 sniffs, but not close to where it could be like right there. But it got in like vision, and that's sick. Like when you're
like,
because like you're out there early.
You gotta take a breath.
Set up, and you gotta, so like when you're kind of in pursuit, and then you finally get in shot range, or I mean, not only just with your eyes too, but yeah, it's pretty. It's
now
pretty cool.
I've never. Is the rule kind of you don't have any cold ones while you're doing it? It's for after. Yeah, you gotta be smart.
I mean,
you go out so damn early, like it would be hard to get that hammered.
Oh, Kev.
I mean, I don't know. Like,
there's guys
hammered for me knows no time, baby.
Well, the thing is, like, you can do whatever you want. The likelihood of you running into fishing game is pretty low, and so like deer hunting and stuff, because you're out in the woods and all that. So it's like you can have a flask with you, and it's like as long as
just
you're
keep it warm. Keep it warm.
Yeah, as long as you're not. It's obviously frowned upon. You shouldn't be.
So is it more because this is all new to me? Is it more? Is it a thing kind of like fishing where you have to go out super early? That's the best time to go, exactly. And then you're done by like lunchtime or what?
Right, and so it's usually like the first hour and a half of the day, 2 hours, the last 2 hours of the day. So it's like when the sun's up, they get too hot, and so they just bed and they just lay down for a good portion of the day, and that's pretty across the board with most animals. I mean, ducks are the same way. It's the first hour of the day. Everything's like live. Everything's migrating. And then once the sun gets out, they stay put till the nighttime. Shit gets going again.
Got it.
Yeah, it's definitely early. But that's why, I mean, it's like the appeal of it is getting up early. I was up at like 3:30. It's like, no one else is. Oh yeah. No one else is doing this. You're the only one, and then you get out there. Duck hunting's fun too, because you got all the decoys. So you're throwing shit out early, and then the bad part is you're just still. So it's like deer hunting's the same thing. You'd probably, unless you're doing spot and stock where you like see the animal and try to like sneak up on it, but most of the time you're just.
If it's dead for 30, 45 minutes, scurry off, try and find another little spot.
And you're just standing by yourself in the woods with a gun?
Well, yeah, I mean, when I would go, it was just me and a friend. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, I mean, because, like, you're not going to take a lot of things with you, because when you're trying to hunt these animals, you have to be as quiet as you can.
Yeah.
So, like you said, like, basically what you'd have, and, like, even if someone was, like, super hardcore about it, like, you could carry, like, probably enough to have, like, a couple flasks with you, but, like, you would have to, like, and, like, be so quiet. And then even the opening of that, like, those animals would have such good scent. Like if they,
which is weird because the ones today, they're just chilling.
Yeah. And that's because they're so adjusted to humans. Like you'll see if you go up like near Hicks Road or stuff like that, like the deer over there, not as adjusted to humans. Yeah. Like you stop your car for a second, they fucking split right away. Yeah, no, it's fun. We went elk hunting with John last year, and one of his buddies who was like kind of set the whole thing up, went with us, but this guy was walking ahead of us like the whole time. So John's the one with the gun, the one who's going to be shooting. This guy was like taking the lead, like not walking quietly, like not. So it's like when you get to a ridge, like you stop, you kind of like peek over to see what's on the other side. He was just fucking up over on the other side, and like, it got to like twice where he was like, "Oh, there's an elk," and then like by the time John like even saw it, it was running. I'm like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Like, kind of ruined it. Honestly.
Yeah, you got to go up to that ridge like on all fours, like boom, boom, boom. Yeah.
But I mean, he was in. He was trying to help. I get it, but I was like, "Fuck, dude!" And then like the last day, it was just me and John, and we were just fucking.
And you guys got one or no?
No, we didn't get one, but we were silent assassins. It was sick. It was sick. What else? I wanted to bring up one more thing. Fuck.
We went deep on that hunting right there.
What?
Huh? We went deep on hunting right there.
We did. Hunting. That's what I mean. It's fun, and it's like I get not for everyone, but I feel like everyone should know where their meat comes from, right? Like people are so like away from the process of even just a cow getting shot and like.
Well, I was thinking about just going because you can buy a full cow and having it butchered. Yeah. I think it's like. I don't know, probably like $2,000 or something, maybe $3,000. But then you have like all that meat. Yeah, that's the other thing. You got to know how to.
A couple of industrial.
So that's what I've known guys that do that, and they'll split it up like between 4 guys. They'll split it up, and then they have meat for like I think it's
a year,
like a half year, and then they. But
that's
it is.
You have a grill over, take out the couple ribeyes, Kev.
Yeah,
you grill those up.
Yeah, get about 4 to 6 people to get in on that.
Yeah.
You have a real something there.
Yeah, you think that duck hunting story is bad? I got one more for you guys. There's one of my cousins like had his own little farm going, not like a big farm, just like few animals here and there, and like they would raise chickens and turkeys to eat, and they were raising pigs to slaughter, and so it was their first time. Like this is Dave.
Yeah, no, I know. So, right when you said it, I know.
Yeah. And so he just recently gotten married within the last few years, and they're starting like this whole farm. And so they're fattening up these pigs, and like they call them ham and bacon. Like they so their kids knew that they were going to be food, and so like they didn't get too attached. But so
you're going to be eating them in a couple years,
literally. But they fatten up quick. So, anyways, we're there, and we slaughter one of them, and it's like you got to like there's 2 that we're doing in a day, and like you take one away from the other, so like the one's not aware.
Don't you do it in the back of their head or something?
So there's a few ways you can do it. You can either just like slit their neck, which is like I guess the rabbinical way, like that'd be the kosher way. I mean, obviously not. Not with pork, but,
yeah.
So you could slice their neck. Shooting them's the best way, and so that's the way we opted to go. So the first pig, no problems at all. You sit there and you kind of starve them the last few days, so there's nothing in their intestines. It's like when you're cutting it open, shit spilling everywhere.
Yeah.
You put food down for them, and they're like, "Oh shit, I haven't eaten in forever." bam, see you later. And so, but again, this is where meat comes from.
Right.
This is just fucking what you.
And we don't want any PETA bullshit fucking coming on us. This is how it actually happens. Okay, guys.
Please bring the publicity. No, but anyway, so the first pig, and then like we start like we put it up. They have like a mini. What do they call it? Like bobcat tractor, and they like lift it up, and then you start like draining the blood, getting the flesh off, whatever. That pig goes fine. And so the next pig is wild.
Senses something fishy.
Yeah, fishy for sure. This pig just didn't want to die. Like, I don't know what happened. It took, I think, 3 or 4 shots to the head. Its neck was slit, and it just just create like
phantom pig. Like, I wouldn't eat that meat. I wouldn't have eaten that.
And so that's pretty much what they did was like, we're not gonna eat, not gonna eat it. Like, donate it. You know what I mean? Like, someone's gonna eat this meat. But like, it was one of the ones where again, the pig wasn't alive, but the tendons were just twitching, and it was like not like
get bacon away.
Literally, like, I was like, it made me not want to eat it, and then the fucking ribs from the first pig came out of the smoker, and I was like, ooh, fucking back in, baby. They were so good.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. It's like not always smooth. You know what I mean? It sucks, but yeah, weird. Todd, one last thing we got to get into before we close this out is you still got hair. You still got facial hair, partner.
Yeah. So. I know, and I get DMs daily about when it's gonna happen because of all the Trough fans.
Keep them coming.
I think I want to do it after the holidays. Is that cool with everyone?
I mean, yeah, I don't want to have to play the video of you saying Thanksgiving weekend. I won't. I brought the receipts just in case. Yeah, no, whenever's fine.
No, yeah, I mean, definitely will happen. But like I said, I'm afraid it might not come back. That's the only issue.
Well, I also heard there was an offer on the table for potentially Boog to take over the haircut if wasn't this what Britt had said?
Well, Britt wants to give you a blank check to not have it happen.
What?
That is so good.
She said multiple times, can we not just give him a sum of money for this not to happen?
Make it out the Trough.
Money talks. Money talks.
That is.
Oh my God, this guy's going for YouTube negotiations.
I'll escape the rummager on this. For some fucking lump of sun, baby.
The rummager. Yeah, no, I'm just giving you shit. I knew it's in due time, or if Boog wants to take that torch. But I feel like someone's. we promised the listeners.
I know, I know Manscaped wants us.
They're pushing us. I mean, Manscaped. They keep tabs on us daily. One of their biggest spots.
Let's go home, Manscaped.
Let's go. But yeah, no, that's it, guys. Thank you for doing this with us. And until next time,
peace.
Adios.
65.
Peace out.